What I'd like to do, actually, rather than me telling you more about the program, is introduce you to Johnathan Bowie, who is with us. He's sitting right with Tiger. Johnathan graduated from Tufts University in May, where he studied history and religion. He also joined the Air Force ROTC while he was there, and he earned his certificate as a senior combatives instructor. He's working at the General Services Administration now, and he's waiting to attend intelligence school at the Goodfellow Air Force Base in Texas. He's an incredibly impressive person. I met him earlier today, and I'm still knocked out by him. Johnathan Bowie.
Well, good evening, everyone. Before I get started, I would like to thank the Tiger Woods Foundation for inviting me to speak at this event, as well as to thank everyone who made tonight's dinner possible. I would also like to thank you all for coming out tonight, and I hope that you're enjoying the above freezing temperatures here in Florida at least as much as I am. I am Johnathan Bowie, and I am an alumnus of the Earl Woods Scholarship Program provided by the Tiger Woods Foundation. The Earl Woods Scholarship Program assists youth from low-income backgrounds on their journey from high school to college and ensures that scholars in the program finish college and are well prepared to find employment post-graduation. This is done in many ways, ranging from financial support to mentors and even workshops. Alumni of the Earl Woods Scholarship Program have come from low-income neighborhoods in places like Orange County, California, New York, Boston, and Washington, D.C., and gone on to graduate from institutions like UC Berkeley, Syracuse, and my alma mater, Tufts University. I was born and raised in Washington, D.C., and attended inner-city schools up until college. For college, I attended Tufts University, as you were told, and I graduated this past May, becoming the first college graduate in my family. Although I grew a lot as a student and a person at Tufts, I must admit that my years in Medford, Massachusetts were some pretty trying times. Within a few months of beginning my studies, I became painfully aware of many deficiencies in my secondary education, deficiencies not shared by many of my fellow jumbos. Most students at Tufts attended either private or very strong public schools that prepared them well for a Tufts caliber education. I, on the other hand, went to a school where many students didn't value education and where teachers oftentimes spent more time disciplining students than instructing them. Needless to say, I struggled to adapt to the demanding curriculum at Tufts a bit more than others. By the end of my first semester, I was on academic probation. While I would eventually get off of probation, I spent the rest of my years at Tufts wondering if they made a mistake in admitting me. In order to graduate on time, I had to conquer these feelings and take on a heavier course load. I spent most of my years at Tufts doubting that I would ever graduate. Now, before you all blame me for dampening the mood on such a lovely evening, let me tell you that this story is very common among students like me, but thankfully my story has an uncommon and happy ending. Despite the many hardships and psychological battles I endured, I was determined to keep trying and see where it got me. Sure enough, on May 18th, 2014, I did two things I never thought I would do. The first being that I graduated from Tufts University, while the second was me proceeding to the bathroom immediately after walking across the stage to cry my eyes out. The day I never thought would arrive had finally come. The day before graduating, I reached another goal. Having wanted to be in the Air Force since childhood, I joined Air Force ROTC, as you were told, my freshman year. And the day before I graduated, I was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force, making a dream I had for over a decade into a reality. Thank you. I have many people to thank for helping me during my time at Tufts, and many of them are employees of the Tiger Woods Foundation. They provided me with monetary assistance, productivity workshops, and assistance with finding summer employment. The summer of 2011 was my first summer back from college, and I was in desperate need of a job then. Having spent hundreds of dollars to ship my belongings and myself from Boston to Washington, D.C., I was pretty low on funds. Although I didn't know it at the time, Michelle Y. Kim, one of the faces of the Tiger Woods Foundation for me, found a job she thought I would be interested in and gave the HR department there my name. They called me, and within 2 weeks, I was hired. This job is at the General Services Administration, the government agency that manages all federal real estate and a great deal more federal property. Since I was accepted into the internship program there, I was able to work while on summer and winter vacations. Through the job, I've met great people, paid for my school books on several occasions, and made the money necessary to enjoy my summer vacations. Now that I've graduated college, I'm full-time at GSA and will be there until I go to tech school for the Air Force next year. If it were not for the Tiger Woods Foundation, I would never known about this job. I would have missed out on many opportunities for growth that have helped shape the young man standing before you tonight. So thanks again to the Tiger Woods Foundation and to all of you for your support of this great organization. Thank you. And now, it is my distinct honor to welcome the man who created the organization and whose generosity has helped so many young people realize their true potential. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Tiger Woods.
Seriously, that's it's awfully impressive. Well, first of all, Johnathan, that was absolutely incredible. What you've been able to overcome, what you have accomplished in your young life is truly remarkable. And we at the Tiger Woods Foundation, all of our staff, Michelle, and everyone has been a part of creating the Earl Woods Scholars. We're just so proud of what you've done, and we just want to say thank you. Well, first off, we can't do this, serve all these kids around the country and eventually around the world without help. And it's help from our presenting sponsor, our title sponsor this year, Hero. It's been incredible to get to know Pawan the past year or so, and we look forward to the relationship and partnership that we're going to have. And as we grow, as he grows his company globally, and as we grow our foundation globally as well. Tavistock, Isleworth, and everyone who works here has been incredible to come back to a place I lived for over a decade and to see also some great friends. And most importantly of all, everyone for coming out and playing in the ProAm, all the celebrities, but all of you here tonight. You didn't have to come here tonight, but I really truly thank you all for coming out tonight, because this is what it's all about, is understanding our story and what we're trying to accomplish. People like Johnathan, not everyone gets this opportunity to make something of themselves and to accomplish what he's been able to accomplish in his young life. Not everyone has this chance, but we at the foundation are trying to provide these opportunities for all kids, not just domestically, but internationally. And it's very difficult to do that unless we have awareness and we have support. So from everyone here at the foundation, we want to thank all of you guys for coming out tonight and really supporting and believing in what we're trying to accomplish. There are so many youths in America and around the world that really have been underserved. I grew up in an area that had, unfortunately, some violence. Our high school had guns, knives, and M80s, and we had 2 stabbings and a shooting at my high school. We had our lockers taken out because they found too much contraband. So I understand some of these challenges that people have had, these young kids have had to try and overcome. Without support, I could have never have done this. I've had my mom who was here, my dad who's passed, all the friends that I've had growing up have supported me and allowed me and given me the opportunity to be here tonight and to have accomplished what I've been able to accomplish, not on the golf course, but I'm talking about what we're doing with the foundation, trying to help kids. They've paved that way. Not everyone has these types of support systems. That's why I think it's so imperative that we have our mentorship programs that we have with all the young men and women who have gone on to college. We have a great support system because we can't do this alone. Some of us think that we're tough, we can do it alone. But it's amazing with the correct guidance, the correct help, and the amazing support what all of these kids can accomplish. As I said, as it was alluded to earlier, 100% graduation rate is just phenomenal. And we're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. And I just want to thank all of you guys here for coming out and supporting all the players who've traveled here and supported our event over the years, or even first-timers, to make the trek, to play here, to play at a great golf course like Isleworth. Yes, it's fantastic for us as competitors and athletes. We love to buck heads and we love to talk trash and try and take one another down. But in the end, you and your participation allows us to help kids like Johnathan accomplish their dreams, and more importantly, go beyond what they ever thought they were capable of doing. So again, thank you from all the foundation. I know all the players are playing tomorrow, me included. You guys are excused, and have a great night, and all the players, good luck this week.